Killa, my name is Yayuan Wang. In this video, I'm going to talk about an emerging technology named 3D printing. I'll first briefly introduce what is 3D printing and how does it work, then I'll discuss some of the important issues related to 3D printing as shown on the screen. First, let's take a look at what is 3D printing. 3D printing, also known as additive manufacturing, uses computer-aided design to create three-dimensional objects through a layering method. How does a 3D printer work? 3D printers use similar methods to a traditional inkjet printer, except it's in 3D. It takes a combination of top-of-the-line software, powder-like materials, and precision tools to create a three-dimensional object from scratch. Let me explain how this process works. You start with a printer. There are many types of 3D printers. Some models can fit on a desk, as the photo shows. Industrial versions, on the other hand, can measure more than 20 feet tall and need lots of space. But they all work roughly the same way. Rather than printing line by line, 3D printers print layer by layer. And instead of printing from PDFs, they rely on digital blueprints. 3D printers are not only accurate and fast, they are also incredibly flexible, both within the materials they use and within what they can print. For example, they can use plastics to print rigid materials like sunglasses. They can also create flexible objects like phone cases or bike handles using a hybrid rubber and plastic powder. Some 3D printers even have the ability to print with carbon fiber and metallic powders for extremely strong industrial products, such as houses and cars. While we are facing urgent housing challenges, the construction industry is actually using this method to print complete homes. The photo shows the first 3D printed house, the Chicken House, made by a US company named Icon. Some experts are hoping that 3D printing centers could help us to alleviate homelessness by providing eminently affordable housing. More importantly, in medical industry, 3D printers are being used to print viable personal protective equipment, also known as PPE, for healthcare workers all over the world in the fight against COVID-19. In the near future, we'll see 3D printers create working organs from scratch, such as hearts, kidneys, and livers for people who need organ transplantation. This breakthrough technology has the ability to change the medical industry because there will be no risk of rejection from the transplanted organs. It will reduce the drastically high number of patients on the organ donation waitlist. In addition, 3D printers can print prosthetic limbs. It provides a similar look and feel for as low as $50. Although it's not as high quality as professional ones, they make excellent replacements for children who are more prone to break their prostheses and grow out of them. What standard does it follow? In January 2018, the American Society of Mechanical Engineers responded to the growing use of 3D printing by developing a standard titled Product Definition for Additive Manufacturing. It serves as an extension for the ASME Y14, which for years has provided engineers with the fundamental language for drafting and designing products and systems. The new standard covers definitions of terms and features unique to 3D printing technologies, with recommendations for their uniform specification in product definition datasets and in related documents. Ethical issues. What are the ethical issues around this technology? First, it would be production of dangerous weapons. With 3D printers, it is easy to create 3D knives, guns, explosives, and any other dangerous items. Criminals and terrorists can therefore make such weapons without being detected. Some criminal organizations have already used 3D printing technology to create card readers for bank machines. Another ethical issue related to 3D printing is intellectual property. Because files can be easily copied, users have the ability to reproduce products as long as they have access to a 3D printer. making it very hard to protect intellectual property. This is a factor that might discourage producers to take advantage of the 3D printing technology. Another issue is around 3D printed organs. It is a clear scientific and medical breakthrough. It's also widely controversial. Similar to the cloning of animals and possibly humans, many associate this topic to religion, debating that only God should be able to produce live beings. Furthermore, this development would possibly give way to a new industry, which is the selling of cloned organs. Though this would be somewhat similar to organ donations, its artificial nature makes it debatable. Finally, let's take a look at the opportunities and threats of this technological trend. Comparing to traditional 2D printers and computers, anyone could own a 3D printer and print whatever and whenever they need something. Therefore, it makes making easy. 3D products would be tailor-made, individually designed, and available at low costs. It enables new shapes and designs than you can ever imagine before. Digital files could also be downloaded commercially or even freely from open-source websites. There will also be more jobs in terms of laying out and creating the factory automation enabled by 3D printing, such as setting up factories, running factories, reimagining the supply chain, dealing with price and logistics. However, lack of 3D printing expertise and lack of mature 3D printing technology are perceived as the main challenges. For example, 3D printers are slow when it comes to manufacturing many objects. Depending on printer size and quality, it can take several hours to days to print. What's more, most of the materials used in 3D printing are more expensive and not as flexible comparing to materials used in traditional manufacturing processes. Every great technology can do unimaginably good things in the hands of good players, and unintended things in the hands of bad players. Are there going to be people that do things with 3D print technologies that are questionably ethical? That's a question more about humanity than 3D printing. Besides 3D printed guns, which was mentioned earlier, it can also be used for counterfeiting or just stealing somebody else's design and replicating it. These issues will have to be thought through and resolved before we put it into more extensive use. In conclusion, 3D printers are arguably one of the most monumental inventions of the 21st century. It can create real, tangible 3D objects in real time based on the details from a digital design. 3D printing provides countless benefits in many industries. They can exploit its unique capabilities to improve product design and print entirely new products which could not be produced otherwise. However, it is still an emerging technology with some disadvantages that need to be considered. Manufacturers and product designers, therefore, still need to see it as a process to complement traditional manufacturing. That's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching.